Hello everybody and welcome to episode 13 of the Let's Play world. Hope everybody's doing great. I have a couple of updates for you. The first one is I have completed the villager trading hall. The inside, the outside, it is done. So as you can see, I got all the landscaping in there. I got a little bit of water features, some trees to finish out the landscape, and I got the back finally finished. That was a little bit tricky, but I got it all to fit in there. On the inside, I do have all the villagers in place. I've got the lights in place. I've got all the little accents and everything. So that one comes off the wall of tasks. So I think today's episode is going to be all about paths. Paths. So I've done some updating on the map here, and you'll notice here's our villager trading hall. Here's our base. And with netherrack blocks, I've marked out where I want the path to flow between these two buildings. And then, like I was saying, we'll put farms on either side. So that's one path I want to get started today. The other path I want to get started on is in the Nether. So the first one is the tunnel that leads out to the fortress. I have an idea for that. So this one's going to be a pretty simple design. Basically, I just want to mirror what I've got on the floor, and then we're going to add some walls and windows. So first thing first, let me get this ceiling in here. Going to need a lot more basalt than I thought. Ooh! What a bonus. Ooh! Yes! Ooh, yeah! Nice. The next step is to widen this just a little bit. Oh boy, that is a lot of basalt. The next step is on this new layer that we added on either side, we're going to put blackstone walls. All right, and now we're going to do the same thing on the top. Man, as far as planning goes, I love it and I advocate for it, but I am bad at figuring out how many materials I need. Make some more walls. Very nice. The last step is I'm going to add glass to this space all the way down. One thing that's nice about the glass, of course, is we can see out, but the bad guys can't see us. So we shouldn't get blasted by any gas or anything, but we can still see this cool biome. And I went with the light gray glass because I think it matches the vibe of this place really, really well. And there we have it. So I think this looks really awesome. It fits the biome really nicely. We will get magma cubes, there's one right there, appearing in here, which is not that big a deal. Because we put this ceiling up here, a bunch of them will spawn on top of this hallway instead of inside the hallway, so I don't think it'll be that bad. It's not like we created a mob farm or anything like that. Yeah, I think this looks really awesome, and again, I wasn't really concerned about the magma cubes. My main concern was falling into the lava or getting blasted by a ghast, and this takes care of that. And I will probably continue this design on the other side of this little mountain here on the path out to the fortress. But I'm not going to do that right now. So this path here, anytime we go anywhere through the Nether, we're going to have to walk through this tunnel that ends up here. So I want this one to be a little bit fancier. And what I'm going to do, first of all, is I'm going to knock the middle here out, and I'm going to replace the center with soul soil. And soul soil once we get the soul speed enchantment, will let us run very, very fast. And then what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this with carpet, similar to this, so we can kind of continue that kind of checkerboard design. That way it'll look real cool, but we can go crazy fast if we want to. And I think this is essentially what we're going to go for here. So it'll be kind of a repeating pattern every 5 blocks. So it'll start with some deep red, some of the animated textures. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think it looks pretty sharp. I think the red and the black together look real luxurious, you know, kind of spooky. And yeah, we'll probably continue it up to that kind of mountain area there. And then where the intersection is, perhaps we'll do some sort of room, and then we can change it up over that lava ocean and do something different. But yeah, I'm open to ideas. Let me know what you guys think. So with this path, we're on a little bit of a slope. So you can see we come down 1 block and then 2, 3. So I'm not sure exactly how I want to handle that yet. If I want to spread this out or eliminate it, or oh my gosh, these guys again. Come on. Ooh, I'm a big old scary pillager. That's what you get if you mess with the Todd. Boop. So my idea is basically we'll have kind of a curb, and then it'll be a 3 wide path, and then there'll be some green space, and then another curb, and then a path, and then another curb. So we'll have a path, green space, path. And the curbs, I want to kind of mix up the smooth stone and the smooth andesite. I think that's kind of a cool look. And then the path itself will be stone with little sprinklings of other gray blocks to give it a little character. And then this green space in the middle, we'll either do some plants or maybe a fountain or a pond. We'll figure it out. So yeah, I'm going to lay that out a little bit and see what we come up with. All right, so this is kind of the idea here. And again, I'm not sure what the transition is going to look like here, if we're going to do steps or if we're going to spread it out. So this is one of the paths, and then I've got the other path over here. And so yeah, besides the incline here and how to deal with that, the other obvious problem is this. So I think we're going to need to relocate our bees. So I think I can pick this up with Silk Touch. Cool. Yeah, I think this sort of a transition looks really nice. And I'll figure out how to make the other side fit. Yeah, this is going to work. Up here I have a little bit of a transition, and this feels pretty comfortable. You know, like I'm not squeezed into a corner. It feels like it's pretty open. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. We'll do something similar on the other end. Let's get this tree out of the way, and then we'll be well on our way to a path. Well, I have to say that looks pretty good. I ended up doing just a little bit of a mix of andesite in with the stone. I mirrored that same kind of real gentle slope like the base has. And still need to figure out the lighting situation. The torches are definitely not permanent. And then I put stairs on either side, and the stairs are a little bit staggered, so it kind of matches the landscape, looks a little more natural, I think. And yeah, this is a really cool path that we've created here. I'm real happy with it. Let's see what the map looks like here. Update that one, update that one. There we go. Very cool. I found enough ancient debris to do one more netherite ingot. That is awesome. And I think what I want to do is the sword. Because then, since I've put mending on it, it will be a perfect sword, right? Sharpness 5, unbreaking, looting, fire aspect, knockback, sweeping edge, mending, and netherite. Sweet. You know what? There's one more thing I want to do real quick. While I'm thinking about it, I want to move that beehive that we tore down from over here, and I want to set it up in a way so that we are kind of set up for success when we decide we want to do a bee farm. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this here. So that right on top, and then this basically be our temporary beehive. I don't want to put it down, of course, because the bees will run away, and so we'll use that to represent our beehive. And then we need to put a dispenser facing down. What I'm going to do is put a temporary block up there and do that. That should, yeah, be facing down. Perfect. Now around back here, let's see, there's on the back of the dispenser and one on the back of the beehive. Right? Yes. Yes. Then it'll come out here. 2, 3, 4, and then up 1. Yes, that is correct. Okay. That's the shape I'm looking for. Cool. Okay, so the way this is going to work is, get up here, I put a comparator here, right? Yes. And then I'm going to get some redstone dust, like that, like that. Right? Yes. Okay, so what's going to happen is there's going to be a beehive. And beehives, as far as redstone is concerned, they behave like any other container, like a chest or a cauldron. They give a redstone signal depending on how full they are. And we're going to measure that through a block because this is essentially powered. It will put power into here and then we can measure it. And then the comparator will put out a signal that will go like that as it becomes, the hive becomes more full of honey. And then once the signal reaches here, it'll dispense a bottle. This gets real tricky here. And once we actually build the bee farm, I'll explain some of the complexities of dispensers interacting with bee nests and beehives, because it's really weird. But anyway, this will function fine for now while this bee nest is sitting here. All right, let's see what happens here. Aha! That worked really well. Okay. So I've created a little glass box here with a couple of flowers, and then periodically the bees will pop out here. They'll grab some pollen, they'll go back in and do their thing. Yeah, this is the weirdness I was talking about. If there's not a bottle to replace the bottle in the dispenser, it dispenses and it kind of reuptakes it. So you have to have like a hopper system or something to keep feeding bottles in here. So you have to have a lot of glass to build a honey farm. This is going to be fine for now because all I wanted to do was park these guys somewhere where they can start making honey. So we're just going to leave this right here and we'll play with it again some other day. that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. If you've got ideas for stuff to put over on the wall of tasks, leave them in the comments. Just pile them on. Let me know what you guys want to see, what you want me to do, and we'll get crazy with it. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.